What is up, YouTube? I hope you all had a good weekend. It is Monday, so that means another Guild War banger. Today's really exciting since we're fighting TL2, who is currently rank 2. Any losses mean you get memed into oblivion, so I have to win at all costs. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment for what you'd like to see next. Without further ado, let's get that money. For round 1, we're going to be running F Maya, Trozet, and Roanna. Why, you might ask? Well, we want to ensure Karen doesn't kill Roanna, so having Trozet's 40% damage mitigation and 15% CR push on S2 is absolutely crucial in preventing so. Additionally, Trozet provides really good utility in cleansing any defense breaks that stick onto Roanna, who at the end of the day is our win condition. F Maya is also a really reliable DPS choice with the release of Rocket Punch Gauntlet, also known as Karina's Artifact, because she cleanses debuffs, gets defense buff up, and has really good survivability, damage, and tankiness overall. And in this fight, our plan is to kill Ran as soon as possible so that he cannot continuously land defense breaks. Then we can work down Kairon and Senya 2v3 without any issues, since Roanna will provide unlimited healing in the event Senya perma provokes us. And for round 2, we're going with Crow, Destina, Edward. This team is very straightforward. We want to ensure we cover all our bases. And what I mean by that is Destina covers fast DPS Koeric going first by resisting reset and the damage. And Crow covers fast DPS Nuke Rimuru going first by being super tanky and absorbing the damage. Edward also covers Lua by going first, throwing debuffs back, won't be specifically targeted by either DPS unit being Rimuru or Koeric. And so if our units won't die immediately, then our chances of winning are very good, since all it takes is Edward to S2, S3, and then Crow can use Horse on S3, and the fight should be over relatively quickly. Even in the event Lua resets Crow, we can still use Destina to push him back up or heal him up, and then use an S3 to kill one of the units off. Anyway, let's do our best and come up with a dub. Ran's on Violet Talisman, 9.9k HP. Means he can evade attacks, which is good for us, right? Because F Maya is using Rocket Punch. So here we want to take a screenshot of the CR as always, and we're going to cleanse the F Maya because she does have defense break up. So we're just going to cleanse the F Maya here. This will give us defense buff and anti-crit. Or just defense buff, I guess. We're gonna S1 here onto Ran. Rocket Punch procs, even though we're not plus 30. 17.7k Senya. Let's see if she's on Gab EE. She is on Gab EE, okay. Looks like she has some effectiveness. So it is a slow Kairon, so we can assume that it's probably a tanky, or maybe a counter Kairon. Here on S3 is going to go into the Roanna, 9.6k HP. Okay, everything is going to plan. Because the main thing is Ran can't RNL to kill us, right? So that's the most important thing here. So he's going to S1, that's fine. We're actually going to... Let me think. We should probably S1 the Ran so that we don't get defense broken. So we're going to kill the Ran here. That's going to provide some healing from the Senya. That's fine. And we're on Holy Sack, so we come back. Now we're going to use S1 onto the Senya so we can get some healing back. If he counters into F Maya, we can't get provoked, so we just want to get the healing from Roanna and get as much value as possible. We are going to use S1 Soulburn onto the Kairon to try to stun, which we do. Beautiful. S1 onto the Senya to get more healing to try to stabilize a little bit. So when reporting, you want to make sure that whatever amount of ER that you have on that particular unit, you do want to make sure that you list it down that it was able to, you know, land provoke on 100 ER, 130 ER, whatever your ER is. So Sanya S3 is going to go with provoke here. So we do get provoked. We stun, but we should be fine here. So we're going to want to provoke here on the Kairon, which we do, which is good. We still haven't seen the artifact coming in yet. So we're going to S3 here. It's unfortunate that we lose Troublemaker Crozet, but that's okay. That's a small price to pay to get a win. S1. So she's on Spear of a New Dawn. We don't know the artifact on Kairon still. So here we're going to 2-tap. We're going to tap the Kairon with S3 and then S1 into the Senya. It counters, it heals. Not much really to say here since we just need to finish out the fight. So that's done. On to round 2. So Lua's on Guiding Light, 15.9k HP, and it does go first as we expected. Ed's gonna S2. It resisted on both units. I don't know if that's intentional with ER on the units or if it's just 15%. I'm gonna assume it's 15%. That is quite a bit of damage though on the Destina. That is quite a bit of damage. So what we're actually gonna do here is we're gonna S3 because the Koeric is gonna come back with a S3, which could get attack buff if he's on the attack buff EE for S3. This is going to drop down Crow quite a bit. Okay, so she's perma hiding. We can reveal the Kairon now, or the Koeric. Sorry. He analyzes. Everything's fine so far. We can actually greet it and go with S2 onto the Koeric. And then we're going to S3 into the Rimuru. Nice. So Proof of Valor Rimuru. Yeah, so this fight's pretty much over. So everything went to plan. Everything worked out. That was a surprising amount of damage on the Koeric, though. I wasn't expecting the Koeric to do that much damage on S2 onto my Destina. But that just comes to show, right? As long as we cover our bases and we can cover the single target damage, then we're fine. We're gonna finish out the fight here. S1. We're just gonna push the Ed to get another turn. S1 kills it. Perfect. Okay, so that's the first battle. And on to the next. With the next battle, for round 1, we'll be going with Shadow Knight Pilis, Roanna, and Lionheart Sirmia. It's a fairly straightforward team. Conqueror Lilius dual attacks. Mercedes has Magic for Friends and could be on counter set, along with Shu having an innate counter in her kit, not to mention she could also be on counter set as well. All these 3 units will permanently activate Lionheart Sirmia, and in the comp, Roanna will provide infinite healing from all 3 units, keeping us relatively safe, and Pilis will be super tank, and it's a dark bait for the Conqueror Lilius to constantly S1 dual attack into, so no concerns whatsoever. For round 2, we'll be going with Rimuru, Yulha, and Inferno Kawazu. The fight should look something like this. Rimuru steals buffs from Rand, being attack buff and immunity buff. Winter S3 goes into Yulha since we can dictate the damage since we have Aureus. Inferno Kawazu gets attack buff from Rimuru stealing so we can safely one-shot the Senya. And Yulha S3 can be dumped into Rand or Winter after Rimuru takes off skill nullifier and one-shots one of the units. And after that, the fight should be finished. So let's get this one over with quick and easy. Alright, so Silius has 16k HP. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to scout another tower because I've had a bit too much work from the day job. And a lot of the towers require Ambitious Tywin, but nonetheless, we'll try to just clean this out as clean as possible. So, S1, we're going to go into the Shu. The reason we keep the Miru up is because it's just free healing from Roanna if she ever counters or does Magic for Friends. So we don't need to worry about that one bit. And then S1, we're going to try to strip the immunity. We don't strip anything, unfortunately. You get the defense buff up. Yeah, overall, this is a super safe team. I mean, Lionheart Sermia is always going to clean up most Conquer Lilius teams, unless there's an APOC present. If this was, say, Conquer Lilius, Shu, and APOC, I probably wouldn't do LHC. Then you would probably do something like an Alencia, right? Since you can apply injury, and it won't target into the Lionheart with a Dark unit. So here we're going to S3 just so that we can bulk up our Pillis. We're not really in danger, but we just want to make sure we, you know, top her up as much as we can. Now S1, we're going to S3 into the Shu. Hopefully land a Provoke so we can push the team up. Fun fact, if you didn't know, if you do successfully land a Provoke on Pillis with S3, your team is going to get a 15% CR push. If you do not land Provoke, you just basically get nothing. You only get the barrier. So fun fact, some people actually don't know this. That's partially only due to the fact that people don't really read the specialty change though. Yeah, everything's looking pretty straightforward so far. We had to pick a Lionheart Sermia tower this war because we made an amazing thumbnail, right? So we had to go for a Lionheart Sermia tower. I spent like 2 hours on the thumbnail, so if we didn't, and special thanks to Jack as well for helping me out with that. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. And we're gonna S3. Perfect. Shu's dead. Mirror's dead. We S1. Not dead yet, but she will be. She's slow and has a counter set. Awesome. And Pillis is basically just gonna finish this out, so we just need to be worried about round 2 now. Perhaps worried is the wrong term. Maybe concerned. So Rand's gonna do S2, S3. Rimru's gonna steal the buffs. Perfect. We're gonna S2, S3. We do reset the Winter right away. That's fine. Rimru takes the immunity back for the Yulha and attack buff for the Inferno. We're going to drop an S3 onto the Rand to kill it. The main reason why we do Rand and not Senya is because if we hit anti-crit, we're not going to get the fixed damage, right? So it's really important to not throw there. And this actually went into the Rimuru. That's fine. We're going to S3 into the Senya. This should kill. We have attack buff and vigor. And we should land 3... Oh, we land 2 burns. Boom. Oh, not dead yet. So let's do 7k, so this is gonna kill for sure. And that's dead. Perfect. And the rest of these attacks will basically do nothing since we're just gonna kill her off here with a double burn. Boom. There we go. Alright, round 2. Overall, very clean. Very good. On to the third one. Alright, for our third and final attack, we'll be scouting the stronghold. I'm a bit nervous because it's you know, I don't want to let the guys down. But for round 1, our final attack, I'll be showing the stats since this is a very peculiar attack. Paltus is going to remove skill nullifier from Amid and tank a very fast Kisei. We have her on protection set to provide as much survivability as possible to the entire team. We have Basar in the team here, fast as well, with immunity. In case Senya is really fast, like 280, 290 somehow, or Amid pushes her up. That way we can avoid being provoke locked with the immunity on Basar. And then he'll be used to soul burn S3 to nullify their damage, being Kisei S2 with no stealth. And Senya counter and greater attack buffs are essentially not going to be there since they'll have it unbuffable. Senya will be here to carry the team. She'll be doing all of the damage because she'll have greater attack buff and counter, and she'll provoke Kisei and Senya. Hopefully, we don't get 15% resisted. But we have her on a very tanky build with immunity. Also the same thing. We don't want her to get provoke locked by Senya. Otherwise, we're going to be in grave danger. For round 2, this is going to be the bread and butter team. Inferno Kawazu will S2, S3 onto the Mercedes to trigger Blood Moon Haze S2, which is the barrier. It's important to mention Blood Moon Haze needs to be slower than Crow, otherwise we're going to risk healing Crow to full HP on his first turn, and his S3 horse will basically have no value. We do have Proof of Valor on Inferno Kawazu to ensure he doesn't die, and if all goes well, we've seen this comp 1,000 times. Inferno will basically S3 Mercedes, Crow will drop his S3 after all the damage comes in, Blood Moon Haze S3 will heal Crow out for more tanking onto Ran. But yeah, let's keep this clean. We spent over 2 million gold for this attack, so Let's come out victorious. Let's go. Alright, Politics goes. Takes off the skill null as expected. Kisei is slower than 277, which is going to be important to note. Amid is going to push... Is it Kisei? Nope, it pushed the Senya. So we're going to take the screenshot, 277 Basar here. We're going to Soulburn S3 to unbuffable them and strip everything off. This will also push them back. And they get pushed back. We're going to drop the S3. It won't do much damage since it's a full tank Politis, but we may as well just get as much AoE damage out as possible. Now Kisei is going to S3 onto the Politis. It will be no issue. Now Senya is going to S3. Alright. No provoke on the Kisei, which is unfortunate. But we do have attack down from Basar still coming up. S1 is going to get another S1 back. No spear proc. Oh, no, spear did proc. We're going to S2 to nullify the Kisei damage, so she'll have attack. Nope, that get resisted. And she's on Symbol of Unity. We counter. She's dead. We're going to S1 onto the Senya here again. Not dead yet, but this should kill the Amid. This should kill the Senya as well. Overall, first attack is very clean. And no barrier for her since she's still unbuffable. Basar is going to S1. Not dead yet. This will S1. It should kill it. It is Unholy Sacrifice, so it's important to make sure we note that down on the report. We're going to get another S1 in here. The provoke is huge here. Okay, so now we can just S1 here as well. Alright, perfect. That's all done. On to the second battle. So Ran is 9.2k HP. He is not on... He's on RNL. Okay. So let's see what happens here. It's a pretty fast Meru here as well. Fairly fast Meru. It won't matter though since... Oh no, the Meru actually did cut us. And it's not enough damage to cut us. That's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to S3 into the Meru here. It doesn't matter if Rimuru analyzes here and cuts in front because we do have Holy Sack on Crow. So all is fine. There we go. He procs the S3 onto the Crow. This should kill him, if not bring him really low. Yep, there we go. Now we're going to drop the S3. Unfortunately, we didn't get the report, but hopefully this will be enough. So what we're going to do here now is we are going to drop the S3 onto the Meru, because if there is at least one magic for friends, we could be in really big danger. So we're going to kill off the Meru here. Blood Moon Haste S3 can go into the Rimuru afterwards. It is very scary that the Ran is on RNL and it's full damage. No artifact proc on Rimuru. No RNL proc as well, that's good. He does S2, S3 here though. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. And we are still fine. Yes, ones. I'm still alive. Oof, that was a lot of damage. Okay, we need to get rid of this, we need to get rid of this Ran ASAP. It's okay, we're gonna need to work down this Ran. Does he RNL? He doesn't RNL. Okay. Alright, I think we're safe now. I think we're safe. We're safe. Okay. We've stabilized. We've stabilized. I think we're out of danger now. We are going to have to S3 without Vigor on Inferno Kawazu. But we should still be fine. And we S3, we get the burns. Perfect. Alright. Woo! I was on the ropes a little bit there. But good thing we pulled that out. And clean victory. Nice. Alright, so I will be showcasing the units used in today's Guild War battle. Please do feel free to pause at any time if you want to hone in on the stats. But here we go. Edward, Crow, Rimuru, Senya, Yulha, Destina, Roanna, Lionheart Sermia, Fighter Maya, Shadow Knight Pillis, Troublemaker Cosette, and Blood Moon Haste. Alrighty, and there we go. That sums up our Guild War adventures for today. It was definitely a more expensive day than usual, but well worth it. If you did like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, as I'll be posting more and more content. But thank you very much for watching as always, and take care. See you guys on Wednesday. Bye!